Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel. And for those of you who aren't new here and you've been watching my videos, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate the love and support so much. Now, if you are a new viewer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and also hit the notification bell beside it so you are aware of any uploads and you don't miss a video. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a makeup tutorial. It's going to be a my favorite foundations video. Now, I am a foundation junkie. I have tried so many different foundations, and foundation is just important to me. It's one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine because I feel like the base is what really sets the tone for the entire face. In my opinion, that's just how I feel. Now, I have tried different foundations. Like I said, some worked and some didn't, but today I'm going to be sharing with you the foundations that I enjoy and that I use on my face on a regular basis. Now, a couple things about me. I've said this on my channel so many times. I am a full coverage girl, so I love a foundation that is very full coverage and it's very matte and that will definitely just cover any imperfections, like any dark marks or any hyperpigmentation that I have on my skin without me doing a lot of color correcting. So those are the things that I look for in a foundation. Just something that's very full coverage because I am a full coverage girl. And again, I love a matte foundation. I love my skin to be very matte like it is now. And I like for my highlight to really give me that glow. I don't want my foundation to look like it's going to slide off my face at any minute or it looks oily and sweaty because I'm already oily, especially in my T-zones. So I don't need anything that's going to make me look even more oilier. I want something that's going to stay and set and last me all day so I don't have to worry about it coming off, or I don't have to worry about my makeup sliding off my face during the day. So of course, if you guys want to see what my favorite foundations are, then of course just continue to watch this video. Alright you guys, so as I said, today's video is going to be my favorite foundations. I have quite a few foundations in my collection, but I'm going to show you guys the one that I pull for the most, my favorites of my collection, and the ones that I really use on a daily basis. Alright guys, so first up, I'm going to be talking about the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I use the shade 335 Classic 10. In case you're interested in any of the shades of these foundations, I will let you know what the shades are, and I also have them listed down below with the shade names and or numbers as well. So first, Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. Now, there are a couple things I love about this foundation. Number one, it's very inexpensive and it is one of the best drugstore foundations on the market in my opinion. I love it because it's very full coverage and it's also a matte foundation. Those are like top two qualities that I look for in foundation, and when I see a foundation that has what I'm looking for in it, it's a keeper and it stays in my collection. I'm always going back to reach for it, to use it, and I'm always going back to purchase it. So again, this foundation is matte. It lasts throughout the day. You don't feel like it's running off of your face, and the coverage is just amazing. It definitely covers up any dark spots or any hyperpigmentations that I may have. I will do a little bit of color correcting, but for the most part, this foundation definitely gets the job done. Now, one thing, just this one little itty bitty thing, the formula is a little bit watery, like kind of too liquidy for me. So what I'll do is I will set this foundation, I set my face first with some translucent powder, and then I'll go in with this foundation just to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Or you can even also just take a little bit of foundation and mix it in with a little translucent powder and then apply it, and that'll definitely kind of thicken it up as well. But I think just using those two in combination really just makes this foundation work even better for me. So this is definitely one of my go-to favorite foundations. Alright, so next, the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. Say that 10 times fast. This is the color Caramel. I use the color Caramel. I absolutely was really having mixed feelings about this foundation when I first purchased it. But the reason I was having mixed feelings, y'all, don't roast me, is because I got the wrong color. The shade that I purchased the first time, I don't even remember what it was. I just know it didn't work for me, and it made me not want to use the foundation anymore. And I had to be like, girl, go get the right color, repurchase it, and do it right. Now, I love this foundation because this foundation, when it says matte, it really means matte. Like, even the top and the bottle is matte. Like, ain't nothing dewy, no mixed signals, no false advertisement. This is a matte foundation. I love this foundation so much, and the coverage is amazing. And again, you get bang for your buck. This foundation is very inexpensive. And I purchased this one from my local beauty supply store, but you can also get this foundation from Ulta Beauty, and it is still, like, you know, inexpensive. You don't pay a lot for this foundation, and it works. It's very full coverage, and it's very matte. And again, you don't need a lot of product with this. I just, like, very insecure with my dark spots, and I just hate, you know, so I always tend to color correct. But I feel like standing alone, this foundation definitely will do the trick of covering up any hyperpigmentation that you have. So if you just like me, you just like to be the cake face, you know, you might do a little extra steps, but you know, it's still workable. You can still get the job done with this foundation, and it lasts all day. So next up, I'm going to be talking about this Sephora Make No Mistake foundation and concealer stick, and this is in the shade Chestnut or number 12. Now, I think a stick foundation is super duper convenient, especially, you know, if you don't feel like pumping or, you know, pouring. I just think it's just nice to be able to take the cap off and just roll it up, and you get a lot of product. Like, this foundation stick lasts me forever. Like, I'm not running to the store like every week to purchase this foundation stick. Literally, it feels like no matter how much I use of it, it still, you know, lasts. It still lasts a lot. Like, every few months, like, I'll go get this foundation, you know, because I'm out of it. But it also lasts me because I alternate through my foundation, so I'm not just using one like every single day. I like to switch it up just to you know, because I just like to switch it up just to do something different, and then to give my skin, you know, like a little bit more matteness. I may go to another foundation, or if I want, you know, just a little bit of dewiness or something, you know, just a little bit something else. So I absolutely love this foundation. This foundation stick is a foundation stick and a concealer stick, so you can definitely can't even talk. You can buy a shade to use for your foundation, and then a lighter shade for highlight, and a darker shade for contour, which is something I really want to try. But I just always go in Sephora sometimes and just get sidetracked, and I just go in and just grab my shade and just kind of just go off and do whatever it is that I'm doing. But I love this foundation, like I said, because it's very convenient to just take it off and just to roll it up and just be able to just like kind of just slide it across my face versus having to worry about pouring it out of a bottle or pumping it, which a pump is, I'll take a pump any day over having to pour it out. But I feel like stick foundations are very, very, very convenient. Now, this foundation stick is very full coverage. It definitely covers up any hyperpigmentation that I have. Now, I will say that this foundation stick is not like, it's not very matte, and it doesn't claim to be matte, so I didn't really expect it to be a matte foundation, but I wanted a stick foundation, and this is my favorite one that I've tried so far. So I definitely make sure that my skin is nice and set. I do find that like towards the end of the day, like I'm a little bit shiny, a little bit oily, but I still love the foundation because I love the coverage. But definitely, if you're on the market for a stick foundation, this is one that you should try. And if you're sleeping on any Sephora products, like, wake up, because the Sephora brand itself actually has some great makeup products. So next, I'm going to be talking about this Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation and I'm in the shade Amber. Now, I love this foundation because when I say full coverage, this is a full coverage friend here. I love the formula. This is just amazing. This is a more thicker foundation, so you definitely don't want to start off slabbing a whole lot on your face because then you'll have trouble trying to blend it in. But I usually take literally this foundation, I start off with one pump, and y'all know I'm sitting here like 4-5 pumps just to put something on my face. But I really start off with like one pump, 1.5. 2 is pushing it, because you definitely get a lot of product out within that one pump. And like I said, you don't want to ever just slather it on your face. But I like this foundation because it's definitely ultimate coverage and it lasts you throughout the day. You know, I'll blot here and there, but this foundation definitely stays on. It doesn't slide off my skin. It doesn't make me feel like my makeup is just like melting off of my face. So this is one of the things that I really love about this foundation. And this foundation is more of a higher end foundation. I just wanted to say that it's more of a, it's not like crazy expensive, but it's a little bit, it costs a little bit more than the LA Girl and the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Alright, next, this is a foundation that I am almost out of and I need to go repurchase it. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation, and it is a full coverage matte finish or free foundation, and this is in the shade 8.75. Now I am almost, like I said, almost out of this foundation, so I definitely need to go purchase some more. But I love this foundation so much. And just a side note, the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, oh my god, will do wonders for your skin. So if you haven't tried that setting spray, you need to try it. Speaking of, you know, Urban Decay, I just had to throw that out there, you know, in case you're on the market for the setting spray. I love the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. But anywho, I love this foundation too. I think the packaging is just so cute. This is one of the things that really attracted me to this foundation, because I love the packaging. Like, I've never seen a foundation, you know, like this. And I think it's just so nice and so cute. I love how the bottle is just like all like kind of silverish, like, you know, I just love the packaging. This foundation is definitely matte and it's definitely a full coverage foundation. I definitely kind of compare like the consistency of it to the Becca foundation, because it's one of those foundations, again, just one pump and then just put it on, because it has a thicker consistency and the coverage of this foundation is amazing. This is like on the top of my list. Like, I know I've never like used it in videos, but this foundation gets used. Like, look how empty that bottle is. This foundation gets used. And I think too, I was really using this foundation a lot more before I started like really doing, you know, YouTube videos like so heavy, so you guys don't really get to see me use this foundation a lot. But I definitely have to put it in one of these videos one day soon. So this is another favorite. Alright, last but not least, I have 2 shades here of this because I just recently upped on my shade. Because, well, when it starts to get warmer, you know, I tend to move up a shade in foundation. So you have your summer shades and your winter, you know, your fall and winter shades, because I tan so easily during the summer, and then when the winter and fall comes, I kind of just go back right to my natural complexion. But this is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is just OG foundation. MAC was one of the first brands, high-end brands that I started using when I first started like getting into makeup. I remember I started using the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation before it was like, you know, popping on YouTube and people was like really sleeping on that foundation. That was the first high-end foundation that I used, and then MAC, I just had to have MAC everything. So this was one of the first high-end brands that I used. Now, I cannot say enough good things about the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Like, I'm actually wearing that foundation now. So you see how great it is. And I've had this makeup on since about like 10 this morning, 11 this morning, and it's what, probably like 6, 7 now, but it lasts such a long time. The coverage is amazing. And oh, I'm gonna tell you what shades I have. I have NC45 and NC47. I also have the MAC Studio Fix powder that I use too, and I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer for my highlight today, NC42. The powder is NC50. So I just can't say enough good things about this foundation. I think the coverage is just absolutely amazing. I always have matte in my collection. Like, I don't think I ever just run out of matte, because as soon as I get low, I go purchase it. Like, literally have 2 now. But like I said, I bumped up the NC47 like when it gets warmer, so I keep NC45 and then NC47. I've had this NC45 for a while though, and then NC47. So yeah, these are definitely OG. Will never stop buying these foundations because I love it so much. I think the coverage is just amazing, the finish is amazing, and MAC foundation, I think it just works with just any product, any powder that you use. In my opinion, it's just one of the best foundations. MAC is just, you know, just so lovable. Alright, you guys, so that is it for my favorite foundations. If you guys want to check out some of the foundations that I mentioned, I'll have them listed down below, as well as my shades that I have them in case you're kind of, you know, similar to my complexion and you want to go purchase some of these foundations. I also have the shades listed below so that you can go check them out. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.